People dying, children hurt, and you hear them crying. Can we practice what we preach? Will we turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. 'Cause people got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? The love. The love. The love.
A night out with the guys was supposed to be so much fun, but my life was ended short by just a single punch. I was 26 years old with such a bright future ahead. Never got to fulfill my goals and dreams because now I'm dead.
And we're going to have opening prayer by Deacon David Provo. Can we all bow?
My name is Quintrell Provo. I'm 26 years old. I'm from the community of Preston, North and East, and I reside in East Preston. God has brought me through so much. I was born 2 pounds, 14 ounces, open arteries, collapsed lungs, heart murmur, everything. Doctors didn't think I was gonna make it, but my parents prayed every day for me. Being 2.5 months premature, and I'm here by God's grace. I have a heart condition, but I'm here by God's grace. So every day God allows me another day of breath. I'm gonna do my best to be the best man I can be. So in saying that, God is my backbone, and no one can tell me any different. I know what He done for me, so that's kind of my testimony. And so I know all things are possible with Christ. Philippians 4:13 is one of my favorite scriptures. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and I live by that, and I will continue to go by that. So no one can tell me, Quintrell, you can't do this. When they say that, I say, with God, I can do anything.
Through this march, Lord, some families will get some closure. Some family, Lord, will know that there's help. We want to thank you, Lord, for those who put this march together, Lord. And as we support them, we support families. And as we reach out to a community, Lord, of Nova Scotia, that we need to stop the violence.
Why is it so important for you to be a part of the march?
It is important to me because a lot of our own youth are dying for no reason. And it's important for not just the black community, but for the white, Latino, Indian, all over Nova Scotia. It's very important that we come support this, and I'm so happy to be here today.
So we're going to march down Octoloni Street, up Alderney Drive onto Wise, across the bridge, up north to Godigan, down past the police station, then up to the Commons. Can you all do that? All right.
It is no longer the choice between violence and non-violence in this world. It's non-violence or non-existence. That is where we are today.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence.
This is a really sad case. One kid is dead, and another kid is charged in that murder.
Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
When a 15-year-old murders a 15-year-old, it is this tragedy multiplied geometrically. It's just, it's horrifying.
But the gun violence continues.
Police say it was in front of the store that a 17-year-old was shot in the lower leg.
All 3 were shot in the head.
Police are dealing with even more gunfire on another city.
To paraphrase Dr. King, injustice anywhere.
threatens justice everywhere, and that's why you should care. We gotta try to be the change we wanna see. Inspire, motivate, create a new mentality. It's time to make a change. Wake up, no hitting snooze. Our kids have killed each other, now how many will we lose? How many have to die? How often will you cry? How many wakes will it take before you do what's best for you and I? TYS, I thank you in advance. We gotta work together, gotta give our kids a chance, a real chance. Not like brothers on TV. Opportunity should be the new reality. We're all the role models, who should they look up to? Recognize the problem if you can't say you. Each and every one of us, we all make choices, and actions speak louder than voices.
The mayor, police chief, and members of the community spoke out against gun violence again earlier today.
I worked with Natasha, and it was her partner for I think 6-7 years, a sweetheart. They were madly in love. She only talked about him with a big smile on her face. I know he was a good, kind person. It was senseless, it was needless, and if we can prevent that from happening again, I'll do whatever I can.
What they called a community gun. Allegedly the teen was shooting at another. Communities are grieving with the mother. Can we say enough's enough? Is it time to break the silence? Listen to the kids, they're saying please.
Stop the violence.
If we can't do it for ourselves, let's do it for the kids. We don't want to see them in the streets or doing bids. We don't want them to die, kill somebody, no. Let's go Barack Obama on them and give them hope. Hope is what some need, hope is what some lack. We gotta keep believing in them, gotta have their back. We gotta take some action, it's time to organize. The power of community is based on...
I'm supporting this because we need to stop the violence, and my nephew, whose father's no one, was one of the innocent people that got hurt and killed.
Cold blood, friends and family were distraught and grief-stricken. It's a tragedy no family should have to face.
People are angry and they're frustrated.
Stop the violence.
Every way to turn is violence.
Stop the violence. Kids can get hurt because of the violence around the world.
Kids are getting hurt, no doubt I'm hurting too. It hurts my heart to see some of the things we're living through.
We're out here marching for change. We're out here marching against violence.
Also, you are choosing to lose your right to complain. Choose to do something you know you probably should. It's time to represent for the people in your hood. The people in your hood, they know it's time to. They're probably waiting on somebody just like you. So be the change that the people need to see. Be the change that you know you can be. If it sounds like I'm talking to you, that's because I am. You know that you should, and I know that you can. Any age can do it, any gender, sex too. You know how to make a change, but I guess it's up to you. You
got two 15-year-olds, one is dead.
Stop the violence.
I don't know the whole thing, but I have 2 nephews that died through violence.
Oh yeah.
And there's no time to stop then.
Violence.
Flowers, balloons, and stuffed animals. A makeshift memorial for the loss of a young life.
Stop the violence.
Too many young kids are getting killed out here, and we need to come to an end of this.
I'm here to support Stop the Violence. There's enough of our young people dying, we don't need it. That's why I'm here. Rain or shine, I'm here. Stop the violence.
We have made it. That was an amazing walk.
So what inspired you to put together the Stop the Violence March?
There was many factors that motivated me to do it. One was Kalen Diggs, my best friend and cousin. He was killed the night we were out, and that really motivated me to not kind of let his death go in vain and kind of just do something positive. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and so something positive came out of his death with the march. And there was other things. I noticed that sometimes people say they're gonna do things and never follow through with it. And I said I was gonna do it, and I put sweat, hours and stuff in doing it, and it was a huge success.
At 3, we were the 3 that organized Jake's family. We're going to do a moment of silence for all those that have passed through the violence. We want the families of those who have died through the violence to come and get a balloon. To come and get a balloon, and we're going to release the balloons in the air after the moment of silence. So you can get the balloons over here, even if it was like a friend and get in a circle or whatever. We're going to do it at the same time. But we're going to do a moment of silence right about now.
Chilling on the block with the boys, laughing and having fun, until my cousin showed up carrying a loaded gun. He shot me a few times just because we didn't get along. Now another child grows up without their father now that I'm gone. These are just a few of the violent acts that are happening in the world today, and enough is enough. It's time we all stand up for change. So let's put down the guns and knives and stop killing one another. Let's start lending a helping hand and showing love for each other. To see young people like come to you and say, I like what you're doing and I really respect that, like young boys that I don't even really talk to on the regular, you know, come up and tell me, yeah, you keep doing that and everything, and I hope the message gets out because this has got to stop. And so when you get that kind of feedback, it kind of motivates you. You have to keep doing this. Like I want to do a kind of a Stop the Violence dance for high school students, you know, have that and have kind of donation. I want to create a scholarship and where they can go to university, write an essay on violence and how it affected their lives and get the scholarship and basically kind of just help our youth find their way, because there's been kind of a disconnect, you know, with the youth and older adults. And so I'm kind of trying to be that bridge, that link in the middle where they listen to someone that's their age, around their age, and going through the same things as them. So I'm trying to be that little gap in between so they can get over the hump and everything. So that's my goal and dream, to just decrease violence and do the best I can.
Sick of hearses, I'm sick of having to deal with nurses. So I'm spitting verses about life and death cause I'm sick of churches. I'm sick of caskets, I'm sick of baskets that's full of flowers. I'm sick of bastards that's taken for granted every hour. I'm sick of wakes and I'm sick of waiting for death. I'm sick of making excuses for myself to accept it all. Please increase the peace, man, all these senses playing. Pay attention when I'm spitting.
Demons in your head drive you crazy. Out here selling, swelling, giving, living life shady. Reppin' F you pay me. The drama that a day brings. Forget the frivolous, you hearing this? Nothing's insecure and it's the time to rally up. Break the chains that's been tied to us. We rely on us, now we die because of us. No time for the mind and the grind to break free. Confined is the mind and the rhyme. You can't make her take me.
Cake and the cream is your motivation. You think you the star of the show, but what you really don't know, your self-esteem's at an all-time low. Put your heaters down, be cool and chill in the AC now. Stop the violence, people, stop the violence.
We are one mind, connecting all people. Teach the young soldiers, the hood need heroes. Changing up the scene, we got enough villains. Robbing, stealing, extorting, killing. This generation has to raise up the conscience. Protect the innocent, the honest and modest. So I don't wanna say stop the violence, but I will say stop murdering over nonsense.
And we know the message will resonate. We drop a cut with all love, try to sever hate. Hey yo, we never hate, teach them how to educate. School them on a hard knock life and pray they graduate. Ain't nothing cool about the streets but a body temp. Your soul levitates, it gets heavy, no featherweight. Let us pray for a better day. Stop the violence for heaven's sake.
You know silence is worse than the violence itself. Hands that build a kingdom so deceiving and misleading. Famine striking the land, tragedy again. Money, power, and